The Mainline Steam 2010 to 2019 DVD covers the operations around a number of steam rail tours in the south of England and the West Country, with 2 clips of the Welsh Marches Express workings in Worcestershire during the period. Locomotives from the Big Four regions and the British Railways period are seen. The Great Western Railway is represented by members of the Castle and King Class 460 in the form of numbers 5029 Nunney Castle, 5043 Earl of Mount Edgecombe, 7029 Clun Castle and 6024 King Edward I. The Southern Railways by U Class 260 number 31806, fully rebuilt West Country Class Pacific number 34046 Braunton, masquerading as Battle of Britain number 34052 Lord Dowding, Merchant Navy Class Pacific numbers 35018 British India Line and 35028 Clan Line. From the London, Midland and Scottish Railways we see Stanier Black 5 and Jubilee Class 460s, numbers 44871, 45212, 45407, 45596 Bahamas, 45699 Galatea and Coronation Class Pacific number 46233 Duchess of Sutherland. Working a mainline charter over West Somerset Railway metals, we see the Somerset and Dorset Joint Railways Class 7F280 number 53808. The London and North Eastern Railways is portrayed by Gresley Class A3 Pacific number 60103 Flying Scotsman, Class A4 Pacifics numbers 4464 Bittern, 6007 Sir Nigel Gresley, 6009 Union of South Africa, Thompson Class B1460 number 61306 Mayflower and new build Peppercorn Class A1 Pacific number 60163 Tornado. The British Railways period is covered by Standard Britannia Class 7P Pacific number 70013 Oliver Cromwell and Class 8P Pacific number 71000 Duke of Gloucester. Our programme begins at Bishop Stainton on Sunday the 30th of May 2010, where Great Western Railways King Class 460 number 6024 King Edward I is seen passing by at the head of the 9:15 AM Bristol Temple Meads to Kingswear Torbay Express Rail Tour. Later in the day, 6024 King Edward I passes through Dawlish and approaches Dawlish Warren, heading back to Bristol, with the return Torbay Express, the 4:42 PM service from Kingswear. The following Sunday, the 6th of June 2010, 6024 King Edward I is again seen at the head of the 9:15 am Bristol Temple Meads to Kingswear Torbay Express, rounding the curve at Red Rock near Dawlish Warren and running along the seawall to pass through Dawlish before entering Kennaway Tunnel. On Sunday the 4th of July 2010, 6024 King Edward I passes Starcross and continues on to Dawlish Warren on Torbay Express duties at the head of the 9:15 am Bristol to Kingswear service. The return Torbay Express, the 4:42 p.m. Kingswear to Bristol Temple Meads excursion, is seen after passing through Teignmouth, hauled by 6024 King Edward I, running along the seawall before entering Parsons Tunnel. In 2011, during a heatwave, mainline rail tours were piloted by diesel locomotives to eliminate fire risk. On Saturday the 4th of June, the Railway Touring Company ran an excursion leaving Birmingham at 6:05 am for Plymouth, titled the Devonian. Running along the River Tyne estuary, Brush Traction Class 57, number 57601, piloting 6024 King Edward I, is seen passing Bishop Stainton. During the evening, the Devonian rail tour returned along the sea wall, passing Red Rock at Dawlish Warren, with the 4:10 p.m. departure from Plymouth, with 57601 still leading 6024 King Edward I, heading for Birmingham. The next day, Sunday the 5th of June, saw the 9:15 a.m. Bristol to Kingswear Torbay Express running along the sea wall to pass through Dawlish, hauled by British Railways Standard Class 8P Pacific, number 71,000 Duke of Gloucester, piloting British Railways Class 47 diesel electric locomotive, number D1748. Looking in at Holton Heath on Thursday the 19th of April 2012, we see the 5 p.m. Swanage to Branbury Steam Dreams Cathedral Express rail tour heading towards Poole, hauled by London and North Eastern Railways Gresley Class A4 Pacific, number 4464, Bittern.
He won't be long.
On a very wet Saturday the 13th of April 2013, Vintage Trains at Tyseley ran the Moonraker, 7:05 a.m. Solihull to Salisbury rail tour, hauled by Great Western Railway's Castle Class 460, number 5043, Earl of Mount Edgecombe. The rail tour is seen passing through greatly at speed. Following the Moonraker rail tour to Salisbury, we arrive in time to see 5043 Earl of Mount Edgecombe, having stabled its stock and run round the Laverstock triangle for turning, run light engine into the bay for servicing. In preparation for its return to Solihull in the afternoon, 5043 Earl of Mount Edgecombe backs its empty coaching stock into the Salisbury platform 4 to allow the passengers to board the train. In pouring rain, 5043 Earl of Mount Edgecombe departs from Salisbury with the 4:05 p.m. the Moonraker rail tour to Solihull. Travelling up to Worting Junction near Basingstoke on Monday the 9th of December 2013, we see Steam Dreams Cathedrals Express, the 7:41 a.m. Ipswich to Winchester rail tour, double-headed by London Midland and Scottish Railways Danier Black 5460s numbers 44871 and 45407, passing by. Our final rail tour in 2013 was another Steam Dreams Cathedrals Express, starting from London Victoria at 7:45 a.m. to Yeovil Junction, again double-headed with Black 5460 number 44871, piloting 45407, passing through Temple Combe on Monday the 16th of December. Steam Dreams ran another Cathedrals Express rail tour on Thursday the 10th of April 2014, starting at 7:04 AM from Woking to Kingswear. Motive power this time was LNER Class A4 Pacific number 60007 Sinai to Gresley, and is seen passing through Castle Carey. Viewed from the jetty at Starcross, the railway touring company's Dartmouth Express on Saturday the 19th of April 2014 started from Guildford at 7:15 AM and is seen heading for Kingswear, hauled by 60007 Sir Nigel Gresley. Moving to Churston on the Paignton and Dartmouth Steam Railway, we see 60007 Sir Nigel Gresley, having arrived light engine from Kingswear, move on to the turntable for turning, before setting off to Paignton to be serviced, watered and coaled, in preparation for its return to Guildford later in the afternoon.
Oh yeah. You remember that, yeah. You started there, yeah? 1960s? The old days. Long time ago now, isn't it? Yeah.
On the West Somerset Railway, they have a train at the end of Monday.
Those were the days. Really? Yeah. Next time. All right.
winds.
This will bring me.
Yeah, it's all
Start going yellow like that.
it's all blue. Too.
Yeah. Better paint that. Acrylic. Like with the old-fashioned stuff. I like the dark green.
A move to Coombe Cellars in Coombe in Tanehead gives a view across the River Tane estuary, where 60,007 Sir Nigel Gresley is seen heading back to Guildford with the 4:45 p.m. Dartmouth Express from Kingswear. A visit to the West Somerset Railway traction engine rally at Norton Fitzwarren, alongside the Great Western Main Line on Sunday the 3rd of August 2014, saw the 9:15am Bristol to Kingswear Torbay Express pass by, hauled by Great Western Railway's Castle Class 460, number 5029 Nunney Castle. Rushing along the straight at East Burton near Wool, the Railway Touring Company's Dorset Coast Express, the 8:44am London Victoria to Weymouth Rail Tour on Wednesday the 6th of August 2014, hauled by Britannia Class Pacific number 70013 Oliver Cromwell, working in top and tail with 37706, passes by. Visiting the West Somerset Railway traction engine rally again on Sunday the 2nd of August 2015, the Torbay Express 9:15am Bristol to Kingswear Rail Tour passes by with LNER Class A1 Pacific number 60163 Tornado at the business end, passing Peckett 040 Saddle Tank works number 1788 Kilmersdon on breakvan rides. Rolling into Wareham with the Railway Touring Company's Swanage Bell 8:43am London Victoria to Swanage Rail Tour, London Midland and Scottish Railways Royal Scot 460 number 46115 Scots Guardsman, working in top and tail with 33207, stops to collect the pilotman and single line token for the Swanage Railway branch on Thursday the 14th of July 2016. Not on the main line, but a mainline rail tour on Saturday the 16th of July 2016. The Somerset Coast Express passes Dean Bridge at Tuthill on West Somerset Railway metals. Run by the Railway Touring Company, the 8:06am London Paddington to Minehead Rail Tour, hauled by Royal Scot 460 number 46115 Scots Guardsman, working in top and tail with 37706, nearest Bishop's Lydiard. After uncoupling the support coach from the train and run forward out of the station, 46115 Scots Guardsman sets back into platform 1 to prepare for servicing and turning, passing 53808 Wofford to haul the rail tour to Minehead. Having taken over the Somerset Coast Express from Scots Guardsman, Somerset and Dorset Class 7F280 number 53808 sets off from Minehead with 37706 still attached at the rear. With its tender replenished from the water tank, Scots Guardsman draws its support coach forward into platform 1. Running light engine through platform 2 at Bishop's Lydiard, Scott Scarsman drops back into platform 1 to buffer up to its support coach.
Coach and you read the downs and the statement that you would look at the lead on the track, you'd have had nothing.
No.
That's the only reason why this is coming down here, because there's nothing else.
No, because all the Carlisle trains have finished. Stopped, haven't they, because of the landslide?
There's a landslide. The transport industry are doing nothing, so we're sending them down there, or it's just as well they did. Do nothing.
Yeah.
The other tiers are down, not down here, but up into London.
Oh yeah. They're talking to someone said to me they were going to close the Southall shed. I heard it talk of.
Well, yeah, they seemed as if they were, but
that'd be a bit of a disaster if they do that.
Well, it will be, but I think they've got to put it fixed up or something like that. The main trouble was that
Setting off from Bishop's Lydiard, Scott Scarsman and support coach heads for Norton Fitzwarren to turn on the triangle, where it will pick up the return Somerset Coast Express from 53808 before making its mainline run back to Paddington. Briefly held at a signal, 46115 Scots Guardsman, working in top and tail with 47746, Chris Fudge, 29/7/1970 to 22/6/2010, restarts the 8:42 AM London Victoria to Weymouth Steam Dreams Cathedrals Express rail tour to pass through Poole on Tuesday the 19th of July 2016. Preparing for the Royal Duchy Rail Tour the following day, London Midland and Scottish Railways Stanier Coronation Class Pacific number 46233 Duchess of Sutherland passes Derby's Crossing to run into the station at Bishop's Lydeard, with the 9:23 AM Southall West Coast Railway Company to Bishop's Lydeard light engine and support coach movement on Saturday the 6th of August 2016. Setting back from platform 2 at Bishop's Lydeard, 46233 Duchess of Sutherland draws forward into the bay platform for stabling overnight. Passing through Dawlish Warren at the head of the 9:15 a.m. Bristol to Kingswear Torbay Express, LNER Class A1 Pacific number 60163 Tornado rushes by on Sunday the 7th of August 2016. Taking over the Railway Touring Company's 8:48 a.m. Bristol to Par, the Royal Duchy Rail Tour at Taunton, LMS Stanier Coronation Class Pacific number 46233 Duchess of Sutherland passes through Dawlish Warren on Sunday the 7th of August 2016. In the evening, on the 7th of August, we see 60163 Tornado pass through Exminster with the return Torbay Express, the 4:50 p.m. Kingswear to Bristol Rail Tour. Calling in at Bishop's Lydiard on Saturday the 13th of August 2016, we see the Railway Touring Company's Somerset Coast Express, the 8:06 a.m. London Paddington to Minehead Rail Tour, hauled by London Midland and Scottish Railways Jubilee Class 460 number 45699 Galatea, working in top and tail with 47580, the County of Essex, arrived to run into platform 2. Once the support coach is uncoupled from the train, Galatea rolls forward out of the station to set back into platform 1. Dropping onto the Somerset Coast Express stock from the outer home signal, 53808 prepares to continue with the rail tour to Minehead. Upon coupling to the rail tour stock and given the road, 53808 sets off from Bishop's Lydeard, bound for Minehead. Tender replenished and having run round 45699, Galatea drops back into platform 1 to couple up to the support coach. Getting away from Bishop's Lydiard, Galatea and its support coach heads for Norton Fitzwarren, from where it ran mainline at 2:40 p.m, engine and coach, back to the South or West Coast Railway depot. Taking the Somerset Coast Express past Sanford Brett Bridge in the late afternoon, 53808 heads for Bishop's Lydiard, from where the rail tour continued to London Paddington, hauled by the diesel. Nearing its destination on the Paignton and Dartmouth Railway, the 9:15 a.m. Bristol to Kingswear Torbay Express passes through Churston, hauled by Class A1 Pacific number 60163 Tornado, on Sunday the 11th of September 2016. little later, after terminating at Kingswear, 60163 Tornado returned light engine to Churston to run onto the turntable in preparation for turning.
Well, I've given it up this year, I haven't been there. You haven't been there? No, not this year. Well, we haven't been there this year. That's why I didn't know it. Yeah, I know last year.
Operated by a two-man winding mechanism on the turntable, the locomotive crew turned Tornado before setting back into the station. Given the road, Tornado sets off for Paynton for servicing, water and coaling, before returning to Kingswear to work the return rail tour to Bristol in the late afternoon. Early in the evening, 6:0163 Tornado is seen with the return Torbay Express, the 4:50 p.m. Kingswear to Bristol rail tour, passing along the sea wall at Dawlish to round the curve at Red Rock before passing through Dawlish Warren. Hurrying past Wilton Junction at the head of the Steam Dreams Cathedrals Express, Southern Railways bullied West Country Class Pacific number 34046 Braunton, masquerading as 34052 Lord Dowding, working in top and tail with 47802, passes by at the head of the 9:43 a.m. London Victoria to Bristol rail tour on Saturday the 10th of December 2016. Double-headed Black 5s with 44871 Piloton 45407 working in top and tail with 57314 at the head of the Railway Touring Company's Sherborne Christmas Carol, the 8:43 a.m. London Victoria to Yeovil Junction rail tour passes through Tisbury Loop on Thursday the 15th of December 2016. Slowly passing through Wareham en route from West Coast Railways depot at Southall on Tuesday the 28th of March 2017, 34046 Braunton, masquerading as 34052 Lord Dowding, heads for Swanage on a light engine and support coach movement for the railway's strictly bullied steam gala. Heading west past Whitebridge near Andover, UK Rail Tours 10:41 am Waterloo to Yeovil Junction, Waterloo Sunset Rail Tour passes, hauled by Southern Railways Merchant Navy Class Pacific, number 35028 Clan Line, on Sunday the 9th of July 2017. Motoring ahead of the Waterloo Sunset, we see 35028 Clan Line passing through Tisbury Station, heading for Yeovil Junction. Trundling through Castle Kerry to take the line to Yeovil Pen Mill, Steam Dreams Cathedrals Express 8:55 am Paddington to Weymouth Rail Tour passes, hauled by London and North Eastern Railways Class A4 Pacific, number 60009 Union of South Africa, working in top and tail with 47237 on Sunday the 23rd of July 2017. Working back to Paddington with the 5:20 p.m. Cathedrals Express Rail Tour from Weymouth, 60009 Union of South Africa, working in top and tail with 47237, passes through Holton Heath. Day 8 of the Railway Touring Company's Great Britain 11 Rail Tour brought Southern Railways U-Class 260, number 31806, in top and tail formation with LMS Black 5460, number 45212, rostered on the 8:03 am from Cardiff, is seen dropping down through Bingham Bank, heading for Weymouth on Thursday the 26th of April 2018. Powering up the 1 in 50 gradient of Bingham Bank with the 4:35pm Weymouth to Swanage Great Britain 11 Rail Tour, 45212 heads the 11 coach 385 ton train banked by 31806. Charging through Holton Heath on Tuesday the 14th of August 2018, Steam Dreams Cathedrals Express 8:45am London Victoria to Weymouth Rail Tour is hauled by 60,009 Union of South Africa, double-headed with 47760 with 47580 County of Essex at the rear. Passing Great Wishford on Tuesday the 4th of December 2018, 44871, double-heading with 47746 Chris Fudge 29/7/1970 to 22/6/2010, makes its way to Bath with Steam Dreams Cathedrals Express, the 8:47am rail tour from London Victoria. Approaching Melbourne Port on Tuesday the 11th of December 2018, 44871 passes by with the Railway Touring Company's Sherborne Christmas Carol Rail Tour, the 8:35am London Victoria to Sherborne and Yeovil Junction. Driving to Yeovil Junction, we arrive in time to see 44871 moving on to the turntable, having dropped passengers at Sherborne for the Abbey's Christmas Carol service. Connecting the engine's vacuum pipe up to the turntable enables 44871 to be turned. Pulling off the turntable to stop at the water crane, 44871 is serviced and coaled in preparation for its return to Waterloo. Nine days later, UK Rail Tours also ran a Sherborne Christmas Carol rail tour, the 8:46 AM London Victoria to Sherborne and Yeovil Junction, hauled by 35028 Clan Line. The rail tour is seen passing Palestine Road Bridge near Great Lake on Thursday the 20th of December 2018. Whilst 35028 Clan Line was taking water at Salisbury, we travelled to Baverstock, where the Sherborne Christmas Carol is seen passing on the single line section towards Sherborne. Sweeping past Little Langford with the Steam Dreams 8:47 AM London Victoria to Bristol Cathedrals Express Rail Tour, LNER Class B1 460 number 61306 Mayflower heads towards Westbury on Thursday the 7th of March 2019. En route to Swanage, in readiness for its running days on the railway, LNER Class A3 Pacific number 60103 Flying Scotsman and support coach passes Keyworth Bridge near Wareham during its light engine and support coach movement from West Coast Railways depot at Southall on Tuesday the 19th of March 2019.
He should have brought a big flag, we forgot that, and he might have blown a whistle or something, I don't know. When it comes.
A trip to the West Midlands in 2019 finds Great Western Railway's Castle Class 460, number 7029 Clun Castle, working in top and tail with D1755 at the head of the vintage trains Welsh Marches Express. the 7:45am Norwich to Hereford rail tour, passing Kidderminster on Saturday the 25th of May. Back in Dorset on Saturday the 6th of July 2019, we see the Railway Touring Company's Bournemouth Bell, the 8:46am London Victoria to Weymouth rail tour, passing Keyworth Bridge near Wareham, hauled by Southern Railway's Merchant Navy Class Pacific, number 35018 British India Line, working in top and tail with 47802. A few days later, 35018 British India Line was again passing through Dorset, with the Railway Touring Company's End of Southern Steam, 8:45am London Victoria to Weymouth rail tour, working in top and tail with 47245, seen passing Melbourne Port on its way to Yeovil Junction on Tuesday the 9th of July 2019. Our arrival at Yeovil Junction coincided with 35018 British India Line moving on to the turntable for turning. Positioned on the turntable and with vacuum pipe connected, British India Line is turned. Cautiously moving off the turntable, British India Line pulls alongside the water column for watering and servicing. Emerging from Bingham Tunnel light engine during the 3:55 p.m. positioning move from Yeovil Junction, 35018 British India Line passes through Ridgeway Small Tunnel, heading for Weymouth.
There's quite a few on.
Climbing the bank out of Weymouth, passing Bingham, 35018 British India Line heads the 5:39 p.m. Railway Touring Company's end of Southern Steam Rail Tour back to London Victoria, working in top and tail with 47245. Returning to the West Midlands on Saturday the 20th of July 2019, we see the 7:45 a.m. Dorridge to Hereford vintage trains Welsh Marches Express Railway past Kidderminster, pulled by LMS Jubilee Class 460 number 45596 Bahamas, working in top and tail with 20142. Turning up at Holton Heath in Dorset on Thursday the 25th of July 2019, we see 60,009 Union of South Africa working in top and tail with 47802 at the head of the Railway Touring Company's Dorset Coast Express. The 8:45 a.m. London Victoria to Weymouth Rail Tour passed through the station. We bring our Mainline Steam 2010 to 2019 coverage to a close at East Burton near Wool on Thursday the 15th of August 2019, where 61306 Mayflower, working in top and tail with 47802, passes by at the head of the 8:04 a.m. West Brompton to Weymouth Rail Tour, organised by Steam Dreams.